So a lot of you have been requesting MASHA gameplay since it's been a long time since I last posted anything about her, and for sure those who requested are the longtime subscribers from the days when I used to post only MASHA gameplay. So this one's for you guys. I also don't want you to forget that I'm a MASHA main, but I can also play other heroes properly. I don't want to be known as someone who only knows how to use MASHA. That's why I've been posting other heroes to see if I can play them well. In the early game, my lane opponent was already harassing me because she had the range advantage, so I was forced to recall right away. She even managed to get a double kill here, so I thought she was going to snowball, and I'd have a hard time. Honestly, I was shocked when I saw that MASHA currently has the highest win rate in Mobile Legends in the past 7 days, across all ranks with banning. And from Mythical Glory and above, she's ranked 2nd. It only means that the players using MASHA are really good, and your chances of winning are indeed high if you use her, assuming you actually know how to use her properly. I love playing her in the gold lane and as a roamer. She can also be played in the jungle, and she's a decent jungler. But in EXP lane, she's situational because she's a scaling hero and can't keep up with the meta EXP laners in the early game, which puts your team at a disadvantage during the first turtle fight. And that's big. The first turtle is extremely important. The situation I'm talking about where you can use her in EXP lane is when your opponent is also a scaling hero or a damage dealer, not a sustain hero. If that's the case, she can definitely handle EXP lane. So here, after I killed Eve, I just cleared the minion waves while waiting for my 4th skill to be ready to use. Some people might say I'm just clearing minions while my teammates are already fighting. No, it's not like that. I need to get away from the battlefield so I can use my 4th skill. Because you must not take any damage from enemy heroes or turrets, and you must not deal any damage to enemies for 3 seconds to activate your 4th skill, which will recharge 1 HP bar per use. You also can't stay close to the enemy while waiting, because you might accidentally take damage or the enemy might target you. Fighter gold lane is popular now, and it's such a good lane for MASHA. Whether she's up against a marksman or a fighter, she can definitely handle this lane. I've been using MASHA in the gold lane for a long time, even back when I was one of the few doing it. And every time I picked her in gold lane, my teammates would start trash-talking me even before the game started. And in the end, I'd be the one carrying them. So I can say that she was already effective back then because MASHA is also a scaling hero. Now, fighter gold lane is widely accepted, and people barely trash talk when you pick a fighter in gold lane. What I hate, though, are those marksman users who only know how to use marksman, then suddenly pick a fighter in gold lane and play terribly, making fighter gold lane look weak. But marksmen in gold lane aren't completely out of meta. Some marksmen are still good. Only some, though. The ones that aren't too scaling and can already fight well from early to mid-game. The heavily scaling marksmen like Leslie, Layla, and others struggle if the enemy knows how to expose their weakness, which is that in the early game, they practically have no damage. But if late game comes, their damage becomes scary. Still, they're easy to kill if not properly protected, so they're very risky. MASHA is different from other fighter gold laners. Most of them are also meta EXP laners who are just placed in gold lane instead. If MASHA struggles against them in EXP lane, it's different in gold lane because the role is different. You don't need to rotate to help teammates, and you don't need to help with the turtle when you're in gold lane. Gold is more important for you than EXP. And since MASHA is a scaling damage type hero, she's really good in gold lane. I don't know which lane other MASHA mains prefer, but it's impressive that she has the highest win rate these past few days. We also secured the Lord, and I really felt like I could kill this Alice. Something most heroes struggle to do even when multiple heroes focus her. I still managed to kill her even though she used vengeance and her teammates arrived. I really missed this feeling, where even if I'm about to die, I always take 1 or 2 enemies with me, even when I'm alone and they're ganging up on me. But honestly, in this game the enemy almost made a comeback, and I really thought we were going to lose, except that I was using MASHA. Then I remembered what she can do in situations like this. And yeah, I still managed to kill 2 enemies, and thankfully the game didn't end yet, and even our mid lane turret didn't get destroyed. MASHA is one of the few heroes who's strong against both tanky and squishy enemies, and as you can see in this game, as long as multiple enemies don't gang up on her, she can take on anyone. And I still haven't seen the revamped MASHA until now, but I hope they don't push through with it because MASHA is already good as she is. As you saw earlier, she even has the highest win rate right now. When you use Immortality on MASHA, there's some kind of bug, I think. It shows that you can use your 4th skill when you're revived by Immortality, but it doesn't actually work. Like I said, you need 3 seconds to activate your 4th skill, while Immortality only gives you a 2-second revival duration, so you still need 1 more second before you can use your 4th skill. But anyway, the enemy's mage and marksman were extremely overconfident here, and that actually helped us a lot, and it's one of the reasons why we were able to win this game. Ixia was amazing in this game because she managed to get 17 deaths in 20 minutes. A lot of people have also been requesting that I use a tank build on MASHA, or at least a hybrid build. Honestly, I don't want to use a tank build on her because all of her skills scale with damage items. None of them scale with tank items. But if I were to choose at least 1 defensive item aside from Immortality, it would be the new Dominance Ice. It only gives hybrid defense now, not mana or HP, which MASHA doesn't need anyway. She needs hybrid defense more, and the effect is really good on her. Because most of the time when I'm using MASHA, in my mind it's always, you dive, you die. When you dive, there's a very low chance you can get out alive. So as much as possible, you should at least kill 1 or 2 enemies to make it worth it. But because of the new passive of Dominance Ice, it seems like she's not that squishy anymore. Especially when she's surrounded by multiple enemies, her hybrid defense increases. We all know that's one of MASHA's biggest weaknesses, and she's almost 100% guaranteed to die in those situations. But with this item, your survival chance in those moments becomes much higher. The reason it's not really worth it to build a lot of HP items on MASHA is because her skill costs are based on HP percentage. We all know MASHA uses HP to cast her skills, right? High-Lows uses mana first, then HP. But MASHA is the only one I can think of with this kind of mechanic. There were other heroes before who used HP, but not anymore. And since it's HP percentage, no matter how much total HP you have, using her skills will still cost the same percentage. This means that the extra HP from items is almost useless when you're using her skills. Players like Eve are so annoying. No mobility, squishy, but overly aggressive. I mean, she's annoying in a way that's just infuriating. Yeah, players like that are frustrating whether they're on the enemy team or your teammates. That's why I kept spamming recall over her dead body here, even though I only got an assist when she was finally killed. Here, I got a bit too deep, but I probably wouldn't have escaped anyway at that point, so I just forced myself to kill Nolan. Even if I died, it was worth it because there was a trade, and it was super worth it since they were forced to use Ruby and Grok's Flicker here. I accidentally got a triple kill here. Sky Piercer and a bit of luck really made a big difference in that moment. I think Sky Piercer works really well when you build Dominance Ice on her, because it prevents you from falling short on damage and lets you burst the enemy even if they have 1 defensive item. Especially if you've stacked it properly, it's totally worth it. Since you have Dominance Ice, you're harder to kill and it's harder to lose your Sky Piercer stacks.
Initiate retreat.
Here's Eve again. She probably thought I wouldn't be able to kill her. I'm sorry, but that was too easy. Her slow effect wasn't enough to keep me from getting close. Rapid boots really make a big difference in situations like that. I'm really happy with this item because it makes slow effects much less annoying whenever I play MASHA against enemies with strong slows. If I combine it with my first skill, which gives movement speed, you can barely even feel the slow effect. At that moment, I was just focused on pushing the turret and wasn't really planning to fight, and surprisingly, I survived there, probably because of Dominance Ice. After that, I went to the top lane to push there, and eventually, the game ended. For my full build in this game, you can check it in the match results.